It's so great catching up with Tawana here for the half hour as we head into the Today's Woman show that's coming up at 9:30. So we're celebrating the Today's Woman issue, the Most Admired Woman issue, with an event.
I know.
Because I know you do things big.
We try.
You have to do things big.
We try.
Tawana.
This needs to be big because they are big.
It needs to. And so June the 14th is the big celebration. Talk a little bit about what you envision for that and what people can see and hear, because I mean, women are invited. Anybody that wants to, men, women, anybody, just come, show up.
Sure. I mean, well, the main reason why we're there is we're there to celebrate the winners.
Yeah.
We are there to love on them. We are there to let them know we see you. And then, of course, it would not be a Today's Woman event if we did not have some actual We See You Sis woven throughout that.
Yeah.
So we will do some of the taping for the show there that day. We will have some surprise entertainment.
Oh, right.
Just to get the mood up, right?
Yeah.
To really celebrate them. We do have several sponsors that are there recognizing the women. So we have Fifth Third Bank, we have Mr. P Express, and some other just amazing partners. We have some gifts that we want to give the women. The most important thing that it really is about is the community has been very, very involved in saying these are the women that we most admire, and we want to be able to give them a platform to be recognized for that and allow the community to come out and to celebrate with us.
I love it. So June the 14th.
June the 14th.
Doors open at 5:30.
So 5:30 for
5:30?
our sponsors and our VIPs. So we will have about an hour for sponsors and winners and their guests to just kind of enjoy and to meet one
Mingle
another. And then we will open up to the public around 6 o'clock, and we'll get the party started.
Great facility over there, great space for, I think, the celebration too at the Melwood Arts Center.
Yes.
Where can people go for tickets online if they want to go?
Sure. So everything Today's Woman is at todayswomannow.com, and they can purchase tickets online there. They can also, if they are not interested in just coming alone, they can buy a table to celebrate. So we are going to...
I was about to say, this is a big girlfriends kind of night out.
It is a girlfriends night out.
I like this.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, we have some he's for she's that will be in the building for sure. But it is definitely a night that you want to just grab some friends and just come out, especially if it's like, you know what, it's been a rough whatever.
Yes.
This is the type of night where you leave all the rough stuff at the door.
All right, so the issue is out right now. Go online. We want to see you at the event that's coming up on June the 14th. Come out and celebrate with us. I'm going to be out there with Tawana celebrating as well. We're going to be doing some special things too. And it's a great opportunity if you ever want to see, you thought, oh, I want to see Tawana's show taped live. This is your opportunity to see that. And I think that's a really neat kind of seeing things behind the scenes, and being a part of this is going to be a really special thing. What a fun journey for you, Tawana.
It is fun.
Isn't it?
It's fun. Let's hope that we can keep it and the wheels don't fall off.
Isn't it wild, though, to be out like presenting this issue and thinking June 14th we have to tape the next one?
I know.
Right?
I
Planning
know.
like ahead and working ahead like that.
And it's a special issue. You know, we talked about having, you know, Hannah on the cover, but also notice that in kind of the background behind Hannah are the names of all the various winners. And so what you see on that cover is the exact vibe and experience that what we want you to have on the night of June 14th.
Well, wonderful. And inside, we know that people are now reading your publisher's letter.
Thank you for
have
that.
to read it.
Thank you for that.
You have to read it to get the joke there, because it's just amazing. Tawana realized this morning, she goes, people are really reading that letter. Like, yeah, Tawana, they are.
And they will correct me. And listen, and I want to be corrected. Anybody walking through life that can't take constructive criticism, you know what? You are in the wrong country.
Hey, it means they support you, and they love you, and they want to see the success. All right. So excited to bring you right now Today's Woman Magazine TV show happening right now with Tawana. Check it out.
Welcome, everyone, to the Today's Woman show, where we are going to be going into the pages of the June issue, our most admired edition for 2022. We're going to be speaking to women that have become the women that the girls in us needed growing up. We're going to kick it off with Hannah Drake, the poet, shaking up a nation through her words, and Miss Whitney Powers, CEO of Garden Girls Food, a story that is a definite page-turner. And last and certainly not least, Miss Lynetta Crawford, president of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, the Eta Omega chapter. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Today's Woman Show, and our first guest, Hannah Drake, the poet of all times. Hannah, welcome. Thank you so much for being here today. It's been an honor to watch your career evolve, to watch you evolve. I like to say you pack a big punch that a lot of people aren't necessarily expecting because you're so quiet.
Very much so.
You're so quiet. Have you always been that way?
Yes. Many people don't know I'm very introverted. Very introverted, socially awkward, all the things. Yeah.
So does it make it difficult for you sometimes to go into public spaces or?
It makes it difficult to be in public spaces, having regular talk with people, but not to perform.
Got it.
No.
Got it.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you hit a stage and your alter ego just comes
It's like
all the way
Sasha
out.
Fierce. I'm Sasha Fierce.
No, I can relate to that.
Yeah.
People ask me sometimes, you know, you just seem so confident up there when you're speaking, and I'm like, I was nervous as all get out. I remember your first poem that came out after the whole Kaepernick ordeal, and I read your words, and I was like, ooh, she is bold. She's not no punk. She's telling it the way that it is.
Yes.
How and when did all of that go from ideation to paper?
It's funny to answer that question because some poems just drop right into my head. That poem about Colin Kaepernick, all you had to do is play the Game Boy, dropped right into my head. And I know when it comes like that, this is a message that I'm supposed to share. I'm just a vessel to do the work. And I have to put out this message. And I didn't know at the time, what a lot of people don't know is when Colin Kaepernick shared that poem, I wrote it 2 years prior. And I would share it and tag him, and he never shared it. And my daughter said, wonder he's going to see this poem if you really believe that, Mom. And it just so happened that he saw it on Super Bowl Sunday of 2019 when everybody was focused on Colin Kaepernick and his protest. And that's when he shared it on that particular day. And so like over 2 million people saw that poem online on Super Bowl Sunday. But it was, as a writer, you have to decide. I say sometimes you want to use a chisel and sometimes you want to use a sledgehammer. And I wanted that poem to hit people in a way that would jar them. It's a very jarring poem. But I knew that would wake some people up to what Colin Kaepernick was trying to say and do.
Whew, there was a lot there. Not only were the words in the poem jarring, but for those that are watching, she wrote that poem 2 years before it truly came alive.
Yeah, correct.
And so often we have ideas that are born and that we put into motion, and they lay dormant for a little while, and they are not compelling to other people, or they're not, you know, amazing to other people until. Yeah. And it was that Super Bowl Sunday that it was the poem that I'd like to say was shared around the world.
Yeah, it was the perfect time. I couldn't have planned the timing better.
You could not have
I couldn't have said Colin Kaepernick shared this on Super Bowl Sunday, right? I couldn't have planned it any better, but I try to tell young writers, artists, entrepreneurs, whatever, do the work. So all you have to do is do the work consistently. That's all you have to do. But in this internet age, it's like you can be famous overnight. And people are expecting, I'm going to do this, and then this thing's going to go viral, and I'm famous. But you need to do the work consistently. So when the attention comes, it's not a flash in the pan. You have stuff built up behind you. I've been writing for 20 years before that even happened, before anything ever went viral. It's been 20 years worth of work. A lot of people don't see that. They just see, oh, something went viral, and oh, look how famous you are now. That's 20 years worth of work I'm standing on. Yeah.
We've got to take a break. Hannah, like I said, we could talk about this for hours. After the break, we're going to talk about a new shift in Hannah's destiny and a new conversation that she's ready to have. We'll be back.